the Duchess of Cambridge, felt royal life was like being a caged animal only a few years into her marriage with Prince William, an expert has claimed. The insight into the future Queen consort was brought up to defend Prince Harry's own admission that being in the monarchy was like living in a zoo. HeirPod host Omid Scobie explained how the Duke of Sussex's recent comments on the Armchair Expert podcast could relate to all members of the royal family. He told listeners, "I remember having a conversation 3 or 4 years after Kate had married William. This was after their stint in Wales. She was the Duchess of Cambridge living at Kensington Palace. I asked an individual who was working for them how she was finding life within the palace. At the time, she would go out running in Kensington Gardens." Mr. Scobie continued. "But, occasionally, a photo might get taken or there might be a spot of bother with someone. This person's answer was that she felt like it was being a caged animal at times. From the outside, it always looks very different to how it must feel on the inside. But again it kind of goes to a bigger conversation of whether it's fair to hold this family in this position where they are forced to live lives like this." The host added, "Time and time again we see how unhappy people in this space are. That's quite sad when you think that it's not necessarily something that they have to do." Harry had spoken to US actor Dax Shepard and his co-host Monica Padman about mental health and being brought up in the monarchy. Mr. Shepard told the Duke, "You're in the tiniest in-group of all time. There's the whole country and then there's you guys. You're standing in one direction and they're standing in another direction looking at you. I was likening it to The Truman Show. Have you seen that movie?" Harry responded, Yep. It's a mix between The Truman Show and living in a zoo. The biggest issue for me was that being born into it you inherit the risk. You inherit every element of it without choice.